Today we are back at Bike Shed HQ for the third episode of Road to the Show, and we are talking about the poster bike representing past. Joe, thank you for coming down today, mate.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for bringing this wonderful machine.
Glad you like it.
Before we wade into it, tell us about Toolbox Lifestyle. How did this come to be?
Toolbox Lifestyle was a dream of mine while sitting on a beach in Australia, to get out of the day job, the sitting at a desk, which, and it's just evolved from there. We're a father and son team.
Right.
We've always been to bikes. I've ridden bikes since I was 4, and it's sort of a natural progression.
Okay.
And so we buy and sell classic bikes, British classic bikes.
Yeah.
We build and race them, and also we want to try and get what we know and our knowledge out to others that don't know so much about classic bikes. So we want to try and start a YouTube channel. And,
great. Well, you've got a great. I've been following you guys on Instagram for a little while now, because you had a couple of bikes at the show last year, didn't you? Which we're flanked by today. We've got the Matisse flat tracker, and we've got the Manx Norton over here. Yeah. These were both at the show last year.
Both at the show, yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So these have been part of your collection for
not too long. This was a lockdown build. Again, picked a chassis up at an auto jumble, and we're going to build. I wanted something, 750 a twin for a road, and that's what it sits on a bench, and
that was the idea.
And the ideas evolve, and flat track was in, and then this is a 1962 replica. Manx Norton, purely for vintage classic racing, current day racing.
Right.
So
And you do this? You do this full time now?
Yes. Yeah. Well, part time. Yeah, part time.
Okay.
So I have 2 little kids.
Right.
So I look after them and do Toolbox in the middle. So best of both worlds.
You started this with your dad, and now
my dad,
you're doing it with your son, right? He's getting involved.
He's obsessed with bikes. The first thing he thinks of when he wakes up in the morning, the last thing he thinks of when he goes to bed.
How old is he?
He's 2.5 now.
Right.
He's 2.5.
And he's getting into it.
I can't tell you how much he loves bikes. And if you asked him right now what he want to do on a weekend, he'd say London, bike shed.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he loves it.
Excellent.
He loves it.
Right, well, I guess we should talk about this piece, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So we've had the poster shoot, and this was our bike representing past, because obviously, what year is it from?
This is a 1938.
1938 Matchless.
Yeah, Matchless.
What's the sort of the concept for this build? This isn't a bike I could have walked into a showroom and bought,
No, not at all. So it's twofold. The engine in this bike was essentially, it's built by Matchless, the Matchless engine, but supplied to Brough Superior. So we wanted to build a bike that we thought Matchless should have always built.
Okay. So Matchless didn't use this engine themselves?
No, never used it themselves.
Right, they gave them all to Brough.
All to Brough, in the SS100s and the Lawrence of Arabia, SS100 bike, everyone knows. And then, so it's been a long time in the making, 10, 15, maybe longer years to get to this point, because nothing is off the shelf. Okay. It's all specialist people that have handmade, and it takes a long time to collect these sort of things.
Yeah, of course. So it's a 1938. It's your vision of what Matchless would have made had they kept their engines instead of...
Yeah, in a Brooklands design.
Right, so
like a 38
sprint, speed bowl.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Really raw. Sprint bikes, they would have turned up and it would have been really just functional, not generally looking great. Obviously, we like to.
It looks fantastic
of a bike.
You can tell there's a lot of.
But they would have, bolted stuff on it. Would have been purely for racing.
Function over.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, talk us through. Let's start at the front.
Yeah.
Give us an overview of what we've got.
So this is on a Model X Matchless chassis. So rear wheel frame, front forks, and that's pretty much where the Model X ends. The front brake here, so this has been two hubs that have been cut and welded and machined together to basically provide you with a twin-sided brake, because this bike will do 100 miles an hour, and a single-sided brake in 38 would not
slow you down.
Yeah, would not slow you down enough.
So is that something that any Matchless bikes had in 19?
No, nothing.
Right,
no,
so full
that's it. Yeah, completely custom.
Yeah.
Further on down the line, people made twin leading, four leading front brakes, and this is. We want to keep it all that period, so it's as close as we can get to it. So then moving up the Model X forks. These are all original brass levers, Matchless steering damper. So this is the steering damper. Normally you get them on, you see on the Manx, the ones on the side. So this you just tighten it up as much as you want.
As you go.
And then brass throttles. This hasn't got a grip on it, just because we're trying to get the brass and all the rawness into the bike. Following down the tank here, this is a 1953 Matchless competition tank that my dad had hanging on the wall. A very expensive tank for the bike, but
it fits beautifully.
Yeah, he offered it up to me, and I was like, and so I've cut the bits off of it.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Final place. I mean, I love these M's.
Yes.
These are beautiful.
So the M's there again, they're original Matchless M's that were in brass. They would have just painted them. A lot of stuff in the period was made in brass, which is why we've gone down that route. And they've just been, roughly rubbed down to see the brass, and then hammered and stuff to go around the tank.
Even got a little brass.
Yeah, I love. This is one of my favourite things. This was picked up on Auto Jumble. It's a original Dunlop rubber seat, which you'd find on Northern Internationals and some other competition bikes of the period. But it's a small seat, so a lot of the Model X's, they're road cruisers.
I love how narrow and purposeful the whole bike feels. I mean,
it really just came together nicely.
Yeah.
And then following on, this is a front mud guard.
Okay.
It's a front 19-inch steel guard. It's just the perfect width to fit that tyre, to just keep everything really streamlined.
I love these little brass.
Yeah, also everything I've machined, all the washers, all of these bits, all the spacers, just to tie everything together in brass. And they're just, they just out of my scrap bin, and we just and it just comes together.
Put them on the lathe, make the piece you need.
What do we need next? We'll find that bit.
I guess that's one of the things where the crossover between period bikes and custom bikes.
Yeah.
So many of the parts you need to make. So it's
you need to make it,
custom.
and you make it fit. Like a lot of this would have never been together. So we've just. And there's still some tweaking. There will always be with classic bikes. There'll always be tweakings to be done. So.
Right. Let's talk about this engine. It is so beautiful.
Yeah, the crowning jewel.
Yeah.
The crowning jewel. So, as I said before, it's a Brough superior engine. It's a Model X bottom end that's been machined and converted. It has forged steel rods and pistons. The barrels have been made. The heads are machined out of billet. That just this engine has been 10-15 years just to get together, really, and then coming up with the rockers, and you can see the external hairspring valves, which when we start it later, you'll see it all shake and rattle and roll together. I
love that element of vintage bikes, that you can actually see everything working. It's not all covered up and enclosed, and
it's very special.
The exhausts,
so these they're again traditionally made. They're sand bent. So they pack the pipe with sand, and then they bend it so you don't get any creases in it. So that's how, and that they were done for a company at Bicester Heritage. Did those for us.
The lines of them are just beautiful.
Yeah,
it's so funny because it's obviously a really purposeful bike. You're planning on riding this.
Oh yeah, some hill climbs and Cop Hill and stuff. That's the dream. All of our bikes in our collection we use. They're not they're not show ponies. They don't just sit around. We like to use them.
Is this a road legal bike?
Yeah, road legal.
Yeah,
number plate on it. We can put a one plate on. It's road registered. Obviously, no tax and
no tax MOT.
No tax MOT. Yeah.
Do you mind if I swing a leg?
Be my guest.
Oh, mate, yes. Oh, crikey.
Tuck in,
Tuck in, chin on tank. Oh, I bet that feels insane. 100 miles an hour around the banked oval.
Yeah, that's the aim. It will do 100 miles an hour, this bike. So.
Wow. I mean, when we shot the poster, you promised me a startup. You said we could hear it run.
Of course, yeah.
Should we wheel it outside and
let's do it? Line it up.
All right, mate. So, talk me through it. I'm guessing this isn't.
So yeah, we're starting it on the rolling road on rollers.
Okay.
So starting procedure for this is fully retard it.
Yeah.
On the lever on the advancing retard. Give her a tickle. Always got to give her a tickle till you get a little bit of leaking in the fuel, and then we're going to start in second gear. So into second,
which is down.
Yeah. 1 up, 4 down. Right, and then on to top dead centre. There, and that's it. Pull clutch in.
Yeah.
And then roll her back on. And see if she
goes.
See if she goes.
Man. Oh, mate,
just like that.
That was awesome.
Just
Thank you,
dude. You're welcome.
Oh, wow. Thank you for watching. Please do give us a like, a follow and a subscribe, and do the same for Toolbox Lifestyle. They have a hell of a lot of amazing things to show you. We'll be back soon with more Road to the Show content.